Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our show, and we are now the exercise number 6, and let's do it quick. So, question number 2, why are there two time capsules? Why are there two time capsules? Is it A, they made a copy for the first capsule? B, they couldn't fit everything into one? Or C, because there were two word fairs? Let's listen.
1939. And to talk about it, I'm joined by Harvard Professor of Linguistics, Henry Wolfson.
Good afternoon.
Hi, thanks for joining us. Now, first of all, who buried this time capsule all those years ago in 1939?
Well, it was a group of engineers from a big company here in New York called the Westinghouse Electric and Manufacturing Company.
So why did they bury it? And why did they do it then?
Well, they buried it in 1939 because that year, in New York, there was a World Fair, an international celebration of human achievement and...
So in 1939, there is one World Fair, alright? What about the other one? Is it real or fiction?
Technology. In fact, there was another World Fair in New York in...
There was another World Fair in New York in
1964.
1964. So we have two World Fairs. 1939, there is a time capsule. The other one, time capsule, is because there is another World Fair in 1964. So there are two time capsules because there are two times that had happened the World Fairs, two World Fairs. So we'll choose C as the answer to question number 2. Either C is. Last lesson, number 3.
And they buried a second time capsule that year too, in the same place.
So we're standing above two time capsules.
That's right. Well, anyway, the point of a time capsule is that you bury certain things that give a picture of what the world is like, and what life is like for the people who live in it. The idea is, when people in the future dig up the time capsule and look inside, they'll learn a lot about the world of the people who buried it.
When will that be?
When will the capsule be opened? Not until the year 6939. That's 5,000 years exactly after it was buried. Both the time capsules, the 1939 capsule and the 1964 capsule, will be open that year.
I see. Now, this first time capsule, what did it contain?
Lots of things. Firstly, they put 35 small items inside the capsule. Everyday items, to give an idea of life in the 20th century.
Okay, so they put 35 items in the time capsule. In the first time capsule chosen. So if you want to find out the answer easily, look at the question. 35 items inside the first time capsule chosen. So if you listen carefully, before it said there are two World Fairs, 1939 and 1964. First one, they had one time capsule, and the other one at different time, but at the same place. So there are two time capsules. One in 1939. The second one is in 1964. So the time capsule in the 1939 is the first one. So the first time capsule, we don't mind how are the 35 items inside the first time capsule, 1939. So 1939. So one more information that could prove the answer is correct. That is, it said, right, we have heard about it. It said they showed what everyday life was like in the 20th century. But don't be tricked by them. It said what everyday life was like. What everyday life was like in the 20th century. In the 20th century. In 1939. Is it in the 20th century? Yes, it is. But if you don't listen carefully, you may choose letter C. They were all invented in the 20th century. No, it is no. 35 items inside the first time capsule. Maybe not all of them are invented in the 20th century. But we'll choose B as the answer to the question number 3. Alright? B. 3B. Let's listen to the number 4.
For example, they included a pen, an alarm clock, a watch, a doll, a baseball, and even a packet of cigarettes. Secondly, they included lots of different materials: glass, rubber, plastic, metal, and so on, to show which materials humans had discovered or invented by 1939.
Right. So this isn't a small capsule then. It's quite big.
The capsule is 229 centimeters long, and it's long and thin, like a giant pen.
Oh, okay. So what else is inside?
Well, there's lots of cultural information. Books, magazines, news bulletins, messages from famous people, like Albert Einstein and so on.
Okay.
They're all on special
So
with a...
the professor said, there are some messages in the time capsules. And he said one of the famous people, it is Albert Einstein. So Albert Einstein wrote a letter and put in the time capsule so that it can be sent to the future. Alright? So it can be sent to the future. And so we'll choose C as the answer to the question number 4. The connection between Albert Einstein and the time capsule, that there is a message from him, Albert Einstein, in the time capsule, or in the capsule. So before we'll put C. Alright, for C. Listen carefully to number 5.
Instructions on how to view them.
Yes. I suppose in 5,000 years' time, technology will be very different. They might not know what film is.
They probably won't. And in fact, they probably won't understand the books and magazines anyway, because the English language, if it still exists, will be very different.
Different in what way?
In every way. Vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar. Languages change, even in the space of a few hundred years. 5,000 years is a very long time. So the time capsule contains a complete guide to the grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation of 20th century English.
Alright, so a complete guide to the grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, everything in the time capsule. So all of that information, like vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, blah blah blah, that is all contained in the English language. 5A, alright? A complete guide to the English language, alright? It is not a grammar book. No, it tells a lot. Grammar, vocabulary, other stuff. Translations of the contents into different languages. No! We'll choose 5A, alright? 5A. Smart choice. Alright, I think we'll be right back with the next part of the show. We will finish exercise number 6. Then we'll do the exercise number 8. Just in the quickie, alright? Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.